Has anybody been to Pips University? Now, this is something that I guess I went to Pips University, and then I had to drop out because I was losing money. But the thing is that this guy is... I know there's this thing about transparency that people are really into these days, like, oh, I'm publishing all this stuff, and therefore, these are real accounts, and therefore, I know what the fuck I'm doing. Are you kidding me? So this guy is going to give you all the cliches. Now, just to let you know up front, if you really want to dive into the video that he claims will just blow your mind, he has a video that would blow your mind, and I'm kind of sketchy on that. But here, let me play his, he has a sales on his website. He's got this thing, and I'm just going to cut into it here. It's adorable. You gotta love this guy here. So we're coming up on the, I'll just start anywhere, it doesn't matter. It's high-speed playback, so it's like listening to, who's that political guy?
Chart.com and InsideFutures.com. But I got signed by them last week, so I don't have any articles up there yet, but I am going to be doing some cool videos. But I have been featured on Investing.com as well, so I absolutely love that. And yes, this pig did do exactly what I said. It actually broke out last week. As I make this video, it is March. I don't know what date it is, but it's March, probably like 24th, I think, or 27th. Actually, no, I think it's 25th. I don't know. But yeah, it finally broke out to the way that I said. So yeah, I'm on big news websites. I can truly help you guys out. My analysis is simplified. That's why these people want me. So I simplify it literally for anybody. If you guys have followed my Instagram freebies, my zones, or whatever.
I want you to want me. A little cheap trick in there, huh?
You guys have probably made a bunch of money from me or a bunch of pips, whatever. I don't like to talk about pips because you can't spend pips, you spend profits, you make ROI. You don't spend pips. So don't focus on pips, focus on your return on investment. But you guys have probably had some very, very successful trades with me on my freebies. So now let's get into the inside tour. So actually, I want to show you guys really my Mac Daddy video. This is everything. If you
Mac Daddy. He's 22 years old, so you got to give this guy a break. And I sped him up so he sounds like he's a meth head drinking espresso.
You guys see me using the Ichimoku Cloud, my Fibonacci retracements and extensions, my moving averages. This video is going to absolutely blow your mind.
See, now this is where you're going to buy a helmet for the university.
Levels that it shows you to be watching. It is an objectified approach to the Forex market, so it's no more subjective. So whenever you see this video, you're going to see...
Objectified? You can't do that to girls. That's
wow, man, I could be saving a lot of money if I just followed this before. I actually learned this from a previous bank trader at UBS. Learned everything, learned the exact moving averages, a lot of big...
Before they went bankrupt. You learned this from a banker at UBS. Some clown that's got a system that his risk manager's coming in and intervening so he doesn't blow up the whole fucking bank.
Banks use the exact way they use Ichimoku, Fibonacci, the exact Fibonacci levels they use, and how to trail stop with it. This video is a little bit...
What they use. Yeah, they're doing so good. I mean, you know, wow, right? Getting government money to loan out.
More advanced. So if you're a beginner, make sure you go through these lessons below it. They're all animated with cartoons, so I make the boring stuff fun. You gotta learn this stuff.
I haven't heard the word fractional reserve in so long. You know, it used to be 10%, they made it 5%. And I watch a lot of everything from the flat earth to you name it on YouTube. I haven't heard fractional reserve banking brought up on it's just faded into the sunset. So yeah, the whole fucking world's on a goddamn margin. You might as well just be, your life's a Forex account. I mean, financially, in the world that you live in, I mean, people are leasing cars they can't afford.
Stuff is very important. You guys learn about pips, analyzing trends, equilibrium, and price. So when price is going to reverse, when it's going to continue, yada, 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 breakouts.
Yada, yada, yada. Oh boy. So for one, it starts at $99. Here's what he's going to tell you at his website. It's adorable. I mean, this stuff it doesn't get any better than this. Trade alerts and 100 training videos. Okay. You could just walk. Like if you're fat, you could just fucking walk and get skinny. Unless you want to look like an action figure. Okay. There's like, you get a diet book. A diet book should be like a Get Fit book should be like 8 fucking pages. Stop eating like a pig, walk. The end, right? Everybody knows what they need to do. This guy's going to take you down the rabbit hole of like, and I just watched one of his epic fails here. His last video I published on YouTube is a walk through the Elliott wave pattern, and it just occurred to me how fucked up Elliott wave is, because Elliott wave's based on a wave, was a vibration, right? Which is, you know, a tide. It's the whole thing, right? And so the problem there is that it's volatile. It's it's unsettled. It's all of these things that, it's the chaos. And the thing is that the closing prices, which he never actually has a line chart in any of his fucking videos, and he doesn't understand that the structure of there's a structure, right? And it's not Fibonacci. It's market has already built its own structure, and you have to live within the bounds of what it is. A ceiling becomes a floor. It's a building, okay? You're looking at a two-dimensional picture of a building, Now, if you want to turn it sideways and look down it, this is what you're doing with market profiles. You're looking at the profile. You hold that building as, in other words, as a up, down, and time. So time is supposed to be like this is Picasso was painting 4D, right? Supposedly, he had all these fucking smeared images because it's the guy here, then he moved. So I painted him in every fucking, or it's like, I don't know if anybody's into like descending a stairway, right? You see the painting cubism. But so it's this, I'm going to see the whole, as much as people are trying to squeeze every ounce of info and data they can out of these markets because they're thinking it's going to help them make more money. So I understand the hunt for the going super in depth. Like, well, let's look at the names of the people who's got tickets in the market. Like, let's look at the whole, what's the guy, where does he live? Oh, well, I'm going to take his trade. Like, look where he lives. And all this kind of side issue stuff that gets in your head and clouds the vision of you just thinking in terms of math, right? You kind of need a person that doesn't have a visual. Like, the visual thing can ruin you because you'll think this chick's really, she's got it. I mean, she's kind of ugly, so she's probably smart. No, it turns out she's actually dumb and ugly. Like, I always had that fantasy that the girl is going to be like, she's got glasses on. She's like totally skanked out. And then she, oh, it was like that movie. What was that movie where that chick was a welder? Flashdance, right? You're like, she welds and she's hot? Like, how often does this turn up, right? So this is like the ultimate setup in the market. And, but it's cute. This guy has basically put the greatest hits of fucked up trading in a package for $99 a month, I'm supposing. You get a huge video training vault with 95 plus lessons. Oi, I mean, you tired by the first, and he's just regurgitated. He's repackaged all the greatest hits of junk food. And it's like, well, it's like this diet plan, right? You have this thing where, well, yeah, I remember this diet thing on TV this years ago. It was like, oh, we'll send you the food to eat. It's like, dude, really? Like, this is going to send me a signal for trades? I'm like, fuck, I got an idea for a trade. Oh, no, are you going to be a disciplined trader? You have to stick with our alerts. You're spending $100. Honey, you're spending $100 a month on the alerts. I don't think we can afford you to just, like, fucking gamble with the kids' college fund, right? Because they're going to go to, well, I think you have to go to Pips College. Well, I actually had to go to a, what do they call it? The community college. Pips Community College. That's mine. Mine's low. I go for the low rent education. But I go for the street education. If you gave a fucker, there's a guy on this corner, I'm not kidding you. I go up there and I ask the people in the restaurant, what's with the guy in the corner talking to himself, right? I thought he was doing a video vlog or something. It's an old guy. Definitely out of his fucking mind. He had a briefcase, and he had this, I thought he was talking into a tablet. Turns out he's talking to a piece of paper. Then they told me, I swear to God, the guy was talking into a fucking mirror. He got a mirror that was like 2 feet by 3 feet. He carried it around with himself, and he was talking into the mirror. So, I mean, there's no, it's a deep pit. Now, this guy could probably trade the fuck out of the market if you think about it, because he's not going to judge anything. He thinks, I mean, he's actually on this, like, it's like, you remember back in the old days, they had the scream therapy. This is like talk therapy. This is my YouTube channel. I'm talking. Luckily, I don't have a fucking mirror. I'm never going to show my face on YouTube. People that, I don't know, like, I understand if you want to get views and clicks and all that shit, but I'm not doing it for that purpose. But I think it's hilarious because if they closed down my channel tomorrow, I guess I wouldn't sweat. I'd go to the next format, right? You just like you had to, like, if you started trading 6 years ago and you watched the whole market go away, that was just when I was going seriously in. The whole market evaporated in front of me, and I knew it would, because in the day that I was trading, you had to spend $35 round turn on a ticket to call a fucking broker on the phone. So I saw this Forex came along, and I'm like, no delay on the feed, fucking free demo. Are you fucking kidding? I spent $2,000 on TradeStation, got the fucking password right, motherfucker. Crashing on a 386 for fucking 3 years on this bitch, right? Global index files corrupted. Motherfucking hard drives got to rebuild that for 20 fucking minutes. I'm following about, 10 symbols. But I'm following futures contracts, so I'm following months in advance, right? So I've got stuff that it's like a real bitch, because the volume starts to peak on a commodity as it comes near expiration. You got to get the fuck out of the trade 2 weeks before it expires, or supposedly you're going to take delivery on that. Plus, not to fucking mention, if you don't put a fucking stop in, you have to literally day trade it. If you don't put a stop in, if a gap opens against you and you get a margin call, you literally got to fucking deposit money. I don't know if people realize this. This isn't a Mark Douglas video. And some guy in the audience says, well, can't you just... He's like, dude, you don't understand. And there's still Forex brokers out there. When you sign up, they say, well, what's your net worth? I'm like, dude, fuck my net worth. I'm in a goddamn micro account with $100 in it. The server's going to take me out and leave me with 20 cents. I've done that trade a million fucking times. If anybody hasn't blown up a fucking $100 Forex account, just go fucking do it, because you just never... I'm just speaking of the people that have never traded, or the people that are just like $100 stop is what you're dealing with, right? And you're just going to see how much pain... if money doesn't mean anything to you, I just talked to my tequila buddy this morning, and he was telling me about this guy at the casino that is going up to $100 machines, right? He's using the $100 pull machine, but that's not good enough for him. He's pulling double pulls. So he's 2 machines, and the guy's he's down 60 grand, then he's down 38 grand. So he's in this giant relationship with this slot machine. And, you know, he's like any trading account that you could take up and take down. So you can have insane, like if you can you just find yourself in a winning trade, right? Out of just sheer luck. Nobody wants to talk about luck and gambling because they think this is a fucking thing you can analyze to the nth degree, as if you're fucking, like I said, this is where everything's going, right? This is the problem today. This is the problem of the day. The chick that's going to have fucking a boob job, right? She's going to get her lips fucking injected. She's going to get her fucking permanent... Dude, when permanent eyeliner came out, I'm like, this is like you fucking trading a fucking cipher pattern. Are you fucking kidding me? So you're going to... This is it for you. I just listened to Adam Carolla talk about tattoos. Like, well, this is it. I have to... Like, I remember the tattoos came out. And of course, no offense to the guy that has a fucking cobra on his back that starts at his fucking heels and goes to the top of his shoulder blades. It's a cobra. Or The Illustrated Man. Did anybody see the movie The Illustrated Man? It's a guy who has fucking tattoos, the whole fucking body, walks around nude. This is 1970. But, you know, I guess I'm just amazed. Of course, this is university. What do you expect, right? This is liberal... you know, how about Pips Trade School, or, you know, but this guy's cracking me up with this shit. Blow your mind.
The strength of the trend, that is below this, but there's more videos. But this one right here is my alpha trading Super Mario Brother Cartoon 2.0 magic. I made that video up. This is absolutely insane. It's going to blow your mind. It's an hour and 40 minutes long, so you're probably going to have to watch it a few times, but it's going to...
Wow. I don't know if I'm ready for this. Anybody signed up for this yet? Okay, so wait, you also get... Now, that's not going to work for you because you got fucking money, right? And here's the bottom line. In big, bold font, no more struggling. Holy shit. I mean, I can go to the gym. I don't have to fucking get muscles. I can just... Did anybody see that thing on TV with the fucking... You lay down and the thing moves for you? And I thought, you're kidding me, right? Like, you're on this thing and it's doing sit-ups for you. It's like, yeah, this is... You don't have to do shit. You just lay there. What? I mean, at least Nautilus machines make sense, right? There's your Fibonacci. I only work out on Nautilus machines when I'm trading Fib. That's my regiment. That's how I win. So here's what you get for $99. You get 1 year of signals. 1 year of access to signals, your password, you can get through the door, right? Entry, stops, and take profits. Wow. He did put S's in there, so maybe there's more than one trade. Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday videos. Can't wait. I've already seen that stuff on YouTube. Don't sign up, please. Alert via Telegram. Wow, now that's quaint. I like to have a bow tie when I receive that. And I have a little bit of bourbon. No, a little bit of brandy with that, please. We do the analysis for you. Now, this is where they go to the gym for you and work out, right? You're never going to, if you don't make your own fucking decisions, like who's dressing them? This reminds me of my mom in the morning dressing me up to get beat up in school. She'd put on these outfits that because she was a, fashion, she was a fashion police mom. So she was like, oh, you dress me up like a fucking queer. I get beat up, go to school with a turtleneck and, plaid, high-end pants. Like, nobody wants to show up high-end clothes in a fucking school where the kids are kind of like skanky, right? But she doesn't fucking have a clue. So I'm still living that down. So technical analysis pictures. So he's got pictures, and then this is where it really gets fun. Okay, so click here if you want to go for that. Don't forget the refund disclaimer. Now, if you want to go to the pro level, I know Trade Alerts is one thing, and just being dragged around like, this Trade Alerts reminds me of dating that girl that's just like, oh, well, I mean, she calls sporadically, and you're, is that an alert? Does she like me, or is she just like, she forgot something at the house? Then you have the pro trading. Now this is where you step into like, dude, I'm not fucking around. $179, not $180. Fuck that. You can pay with American Express, Visa. I don't see PayPal, so now this is where you really get your money's worth. I think this has got to be monthly, right? Power bank style strategies. No, powerful bank style strategies. That's where you have 3 martini lunch and just have your risk manager take care of the trade. A lot of hedging. Right? We don't want to blow up the account. How about this? Fibonacci, but it's not just Fibonacci. It's the classic. Now, that's tagline that's been added to everything like new and improved. Fibonacci mastery. Oh, my. Ikumushu mastery. Harmonic pattern mastery. Holy shit, my head's like, that's like in the third, like, I don't know. I mean, is that class right down the hall from the price action mastery? How about the moving average? Moving averages the banks use. Now that's a special class. We hold that at night. Signal, video, and trade alerts. Okay, my head's spinning. Another alerts via Telegram. Well, I thank you for the signal. Lifetime access. Holy fuck. You mean to tell me maybe this is a one-time fee? Maybe it is. I hope this is not per month. Here's the elite trading. $379. Dude, that's like $20 less than $400. Powerful, again with the masteries. I don't see anything here. Maybe there's some type of after hours cigar smoking contest here. Wait. No, I saw. Oh, wait. Small private group webinars. Okay, people. There's like a huddle. Technical analysis grading. Okay, you suck. I'm going to give you a D minus. Lifetime access to everything. That's the whole kit and caboodle. So maybe that's a one-time fee. So it's a one class. I guess you can just now. Thank God, I thought it was monthly. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's $100 for 1 year. And I guess pro trading, you just go right over the cliff there. For another $80, go for it. But it's worse than that because you're going to learn a bunch of fucked up shit you're going to have to unlearn if you want to make any money. His calls, he's focused so much time. He's overanalyzing, he's undertraded. He's not a trader, he's an analyzer. And he's like, all these people love him. He's bragging about how on this thing, and investors.com loves the fuck out of him. Well, you know what? Vogue magazine loves the fuck out of Bruce Jenner, right? But I just creeping me out. I'm too old. Okay, 59. I'm just too old for this shit. So I see this stuff, and I just come unwrapped real quick, I guess. But yeah, let's go to let's consult the I guess he's the headmaster.
Be wrong because it's not going to give you an in-depth outlook of what the market is actually doing. So you'll be exiting a trade when the trend is still valid, the market still wants to move in the same direction, and you'll just be exiting because your rule said 30 pips. Now that is absolutely wrong. So if you do that now, please don't do it anymore, because that is not how you should be.
So here's telling you not to put stops in one of his videos. Don't pick. He's trading one ticket. He's going to get in on the top of this. Go figure, right? That's his entry, and that's his target up there. That's what you're going to learn in university. Now, I get this is sophomoric stuff, right? I understand everybody has to start somewhere. But I'm just saying that once you go through this, you're just going to realize that this Ikamushu stuff and all this stuff has nothing to do with the pain threshold that you experience when you get into larger and larger positions. Presupposing you want to, now you're either going to bust your ass on the same size you're trading and just work really hard, right? You're either going to make a bunch of small things that sell, or that you know you can get in and out of, or you're going to have giant fucking things that do unfold. But you got to ride this through the, in other words, you got to figure that if you really do figure it's going up, that it's not a straight line. And where are the depots? Where are the train stations that have set up in the structures of the market? Like, imagine if you, aerial view of the price chart is nothing more than this kind of pattern. I don't know, if you go outside, right, there's worms that have left tracks, or the rivers that find the depressions. But in the market, it's really the search for liquidity, they would say, because when you see a big move and there's a bunch of volume comes in, then you figure, well, that's bringing people into the marketplace. And after it's said and done, right, like you bring 20 items into an auction, for you to predict which one's going to sell for which price and which one's going to sell before the other one sells is pretty ridiculous. It's better to bracket the event and say there's 20 items coming in. Let's put a spectrum that the cheapest auction starts at $10 and we'll bid it up. But you have to have a floor, right? So you'd have a floor. Maybe that's where your stop is. Maybe that's where your limit is. You have a floor for the auction, and you have to have I was telling this girl that was making a payment. She said, well, you know, we're going to raise the interest rate on that. I said, oh, really? Well, and I said to her, well, you should, and she sounded so adorable. I said, you really should just talk to your boss and have him give you some room, right? If it's 10%, you could tell him, listen, set everybody at 8%. And if you're really nice on the phone, the guy won't bitch at you and ask for a discount. So if you're really nice and you're really pleasant, people wouldn't mind paying the normal fee. But for the guy that's going to bitch his head off, if you call into the cable company and you say, you know, my service has been out for 2 weeks, can you give me a discount? They'll give you a discount, or they'll prorate you. But let that go to the person that's doing the trade, because that person's right there to execute that discount, right? And you can adjust it right there. What you typically see in a corporation, and the same thing painfully in any bank, is that you have to go to you got to talk to the manager about that. What the fuck? Give the person beneath you the fucking window to have an auction that is 8% to 10%. This is why they can always take the 10% market orders, but if some fucker is uncompliant, you take it down to 9%, they love you to death, then they brag about your company, you fucking got business up the ass, right? But this is not how people think. People have gone to university, I'm going to rant now, but people go off their university, right? People have gone to universities and they think in a fucking model, a fixed model. and they don't have a dynamic approach to life. Like, what if all of a sudden something bad happens? You've almost got to walk through that, right? Imagine your parents die. Imagine you kill your dog because it pisses you off. How are you going to feel after that? Like, you have to rehearse the whole possibilities. Now, that may cause anxiety, but if you live long enough and you're pissed off enough, I guess you just get callous to all the punishment, right? The same thing in trading. Like, your first trade, you're like, holy fuck. And then you've got all this fucking university shit going through your head. So anybody have ever been to university, go to the real world? I don't know if anybody's done this, but as soon as you go to the real world, you're like, wait a minute, these people are being dicks. Well, everybody in the university is like, oh, pleasantly teaching you stuff, idealistic situations. I mean, it's all idealistic. It's all theoretical. You go to the real world, and you come to find that you've got a bunch of shit you got to MacGyver. You got to get around this shit. There's no fucking way that you can live off of some signal serve. I mean, this is really pathetic, right? But I understand what has to happen, though. You have to go to Pips University and lose that $179, just like actually, you're going to probably lose. You will make money, right? But you're probably going to, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe people that have graduated Pips University are just fucking killing it. I don't know. Maybe that's where I'm just not good. I'm not good school material. I know that. I'm not good at school. I don't like being told what to do, so it's a big problem. So maybe I'm just not a good student. What am I? Well, maybe I know nothing. Price action mastery, though. They got this in here for price action mastery. How about, can't we have a realistic university? Like, how about that we reinsert the titles here? Blow up your account mastery. How about fucked up trade mastery? How about bad setup mastery? How about, let's get it up front, right? When you go to take a martial arts class, you really want to learn how to trade. Go take martial arts, right? The first thing in martial arts, they beat the fuck out of you. It's about pain, right? Martial arts isn't about like negotiating and analyzing. It's about getting the fuck beat out of you. Same thing if you ride a motorcycle. You have to be up for that, right? Oh, I might get a skin burn or something. Bad shit can happen. So, yeah, the Pips University, I don't know. It's pretty funny. But seriously, so the elite trading course, still get everything. Lifetime to everything. Of course, I don't know the lifetime. If he goes bankrupt, of course, maybe his videos live in infamy. You can download the video. Maybe you can own the video. We used to buy videos for like $50. It's funny because the porn videos cost way more. And I thought to myself, well, these are shorter videos. Why do they cost more? And I'm watching this thing about I don't know if anybody's old enough to remember John Holmes, but the thing is back in the 70s, it was illegal to film a movie, but it was legal to sell it. Now, you just go figure, right? They had to film these things in cars, and they had to like just go in and out of a car. Yeah, I don't know if that has anything to do with trading, but it does in a way because, you could see the crowds run from the U.S. commodities market. And you got to figure that the whole reason why Dodd-Frank was enacted is from all the lobbying from all the brokers that were shitting their pants when they saw that people could get free real-time data in Forex. And so they all jumped. That's like the back in the day when movies came, when TV sets came out, people sold movie theaters in a panic, thinking that they were done, and turns out they really weren't. It just took a little bit of a discount for a while, but yeah, I don't know. Pips University, has anybody attended? I just checking. I just wanted to get like a consensus whether I should sign up or not. I wish he would have stretched this chart out. It's pretty brutal. Pretty brutal looking at that.